This man's face was covered in gravel, but he couldn't wipe it off, because he was clinging tightly to a ledge on the cliffside. His hands trembled slightly from tension, causing him to lose balance and start slipping downward. Fortunately, he stopped just under 10 meters from the edge of the cliff. Suddenly, his phone rang. He tried to reach for it to call his friends for help, but as soon as he stretched out his hand, the sand beneath his feet began to shift, and he started sliding down again. In this critical moment, he braced himself against the cliff with his arms and legs. Staring at the ocean below, he came up with a plan to escape. He listened carefully to the sound of the waves crashing against the rocks, mentally calculating the rhythm. When the timing was right, he let go and used the water's force to break his fall into the sea. But something went wrong. He hit a reef. Despite the pain, he forced himself to swim toward the surface. He climbed onto a rock and slowly stood up. But just as he took a step, he collapsed hard onto the stone. Only when the waves splashed against his face did he regain consciousness. He tried to move his legs, only to realize in shock, they were completely numb. Panicked, he remembered the phone in his backpack. But when he pulled it out, his heart sank. The phone had been soaked too long and wouldn't turn on. With no other choice, he took off his shirt and did some basic bandaging. After closely observing his surroundings, he noticed a small island behind him. So, he made a bold decision to risk it all. Dragging his body forward, he turned and entered the sea. But suddenly, a wave crashed in. He quickly grabbed onto a reef. Fueled by his longing to return home, he pushed off the reef with all his strength, using the recoil to swim forward with one arm. But halfway to the island, he was struck by a cramp in his abdomen and sank below the surface. Through sheer willpower, he resurfaced, only to be slammed by another huge wave. Luckily, that wave carried him to shore. Will this man make it out alive? If you want to find out, like and leave a comment below.